Man, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy JD, She Leslie, Josh Dixon. I'm back with another video, man. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the bell, scroll up here always to get notified every time I drop a banger. 200 sub special on the way. It's a different video for y'all. Stay tuned for that. Today we got when cops have to arrest their children. Let's get straight to it.
Cops have to deal with all sorts of violent and horrifying criminals in their job. But what happens when it's their own children
I know it's
that they have to arrest?
Get in the car. You're arrested for DUI.
On the 28th of December 2022, a witness had observed a white vehicle strike a traffic light and then quickly drive off. A part of the vehicle's bumper had fallen off in the road after the hit. Around 15 minutes after the call, police located the suspect's vehicle at a gas station across the road. But the driver was the last person they expected.
Come back from Applebee's?
Yeah, I had a drink.
Okay. How old are you?
21. My dad is, a sheriff's officer.
Listen. Your bumper's in the road over there. Did you just hit that pole?
No, I promise I did not.
No?
The very thing
This nigga just
21-year-old
said your
Teresa
bumper's in the
says
road.
is that her dad is an officer with the local PD, possibly
even
hoping
say
that
that.
he'd
I
come
just
and get
said
her
that.
out of the situation. But the cops at the scene are sure that things are way past that.
You left Applebee's.
Yeah, I left Applebee's.
You cut through the plaza. You came out by Lowe's and Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Did you hit the traffic pole that's right
No, I
there?
did not hit the traffic pole. This part was hanging off already. I hit a deer in Pennsylvania because I go to school in...
Do you smoke marijuana recreationally?
No, I do not smoke marijuana universally.
Universally, smoking marijuana isn't the only part of her story that doesn't make any
Universally
sense.
smoking marijuana, bro.
She's saying that her bumper was already hanging off from an accident in Pennsylvania around 25 miles away, and it just happened to fall off right as another car identical to hers struck a traffic light. But Teresa has a trick up her sleeve that might just get her out of this.
Okay, Teresa,
At
let's see what you
least,
got.
that's what she hopes.
I hit a Pennsylvania deer.
You see this?
I hit a deer before this. You can ask my dad.
This piece fell off at the traffic light that you hit, that you knocked over.
6'7". Do you have another unit out with you?
You call my dad? He's a sheriff's
Alright,
officer.
hang out.
Over the course of just a few minutes, Teresa brings up her dad over 5 times, obviously
Daddy's
praying
gonna
that
get
he'll
you
be
out of
able to find a way for her to get out of this. But before he can come to rescue her, the cops are starting to zero in on what really happened and begin to get at least some of the truth from Teresa.
Did you drive away because you're scared because you had maybe had one drink and you think you're drunk?
Yeah.
And you might get arrested, but you don't seem like you're drunk?
Yes.
So you want to just tell the truth?
Yes, I'm telling you the
So when after Applebee's, did you hit a traffic pole? You can't miss it. It lights up. It's red, green, and yellow.
I hit a curb.
You hit a traffic signal.
No, I hit a curb.
Yeah, you went up the curb, you hit the traffic signal fell down, and you
I
left.
was texting. If you just
Okay.
call my dad, he would tell you.
Well,
It's the sheriff's officer,
here's the thing.
I promise
Your dad, the
you.
sheriff's officer, wasn't driving your vehicle today.
In just this one short
So she told the
conversation,
truth, though.
Teresa admits that she did hit
It's something.
something, that she's more intoxicated than they realized, and that she was texting while driving. 3 driving faults that can each come with their own punishment. So now that the truth has come out, the detectives decide to speak with her father, John. But it turns out he's not there to help her.
Hey, John, how are you? So your daughter hit a traffic law.
She is down.
Okay. Where's the damage on the car?
Okay, the damage on that car there, I think it was like the front right bumper.
John explains that Teresa did hit a deer earlier and that the damage was on the front right bumper. But it was nowhere near as serious as the damage the car was currently sustaining.
Can I come out? Are you guys out there?
That's up to you. I'll see if she wants you to come out, if she wants, you to drive her home.
Daddy can
Yeah,
walk her.
I appreciate it. Let me come out there and I'll see you guys. Thank you.
Okay,
Dad's
alright, sounds
fucking
good.
flip.
It looks
I
like
know you.
Teresa isn't going to be getting the salvation she was hoping for from her dad. And just 5 minutes later, he arrives at the scene to talk with the cops.
What's up? So, what she's saying, like, and where the damage was there, doesn't really make too much sense. So, tried to get some more information out of her.
Her heart's probably racing.
And then that piece of bumper there.
She didn't think that was
So, for the other one, was it just like the bumper wasn't hanging like that?
Yeah, no, so what it was is basically this was intact.
Okay.
This piece was missing, and the scratches here,
Those were all.
that's all from a deer that she
Okay.
we lost.
So right now, this is going to be my call. Okay. Coming out.
Okay, gotcha.
He's going to be Ron Paul down.
Okay, who's your supervisor?
Sorry, Ron Paul.
Not that one, dude. I'm just asking.
The cops who were first at the scene almost seem as though they were expecting John to try and make excuses for his daughter, and get extra nervous when he asks who their supervisor is. Obviously, there are countless examples of corruption where officers, especially those in the higher ranks, are able to use their power to prevent their family from getting into trouble.
true.
However,
That's true.
the officers quickly realize all he's trying to do is gather all the information on the incident so he can make a fair assessment himself. This quickly becomes evident as he checks his text messages from her to try and create a timeline of events.
I just want to show you this so you can see it. You home 10:39. What do you think? Time do you think that initial call came? Because she probably hit it and was like, "Dad, what the fuck do I do?"
Somewhere between 10:45 and 11.
That's about right.
I'm talking to her. She wasn't telling us what she said all.
I mean, lying to she knows better. I'm a cop. She knows. She knows not to do that. Well, maybe she didn't even. Do you think
Dad,
she?
not on your side, sweetie.
I'm saying she
That's
didn't lie.
tough.
Okay. I want to be very clear about that. Because she might not even look at the freaking car to see if there's any difference.
However, despite John's willingness to help the officers out, the sergeant at the scene asks him not to get involved, so to guarantee the integrity of the investigation. So far, everything other than Teresa's conduct has been perfect, and is a great example of proper policing. So, it's back to focusing on what Teresa had mentioned earlier. She says she'd only had one drink at Applebee's, but it's
Yeah, more
starting
than
to seem as though she may be a little more drunk than they realize.
Yeah, more than one.
Suspicions that were only confirmed after some field sobriety tests.
And everything that happened today, right? I don't think that you were okay to take the officer from the vehicle.
Dad,
So,
Dad,
you gotta
Dad, where's my
Teresa.
dad?
Oh, your dad's right over here.
You gotta go to jail. Sweetie, you gotta go to jail.
You stop with this shit in the car. You're arrested for DUI. Go ahead.
have a seat.
After being forced into the police vehicle by her own dad, Teresa was driven to the police station where her blood alcohol level was tested. It came back as 0.17%, over twice the legal limit.
That is,
As of this
0.8 is the
upload,
legal
Teresa
limit.
is still awaiting her penalty, but has
Yeah,
been issued
I
a
think
court summons for driving under the
0.018.
influence, reckless driving, and failure to report a car accident. Teresa's dad followed protocol perfectly, but Kenneth Adams' dad did the exact opposite when he tried to abuse his power as a commissioner to try and save his son from prison.
Tell me who I called to find out why he's in jail. You want me to sue the son of a f***ing county sheriff?
In November
He probably lost
2022,
his job,
Kenneth
too.
Adams was pulled over for running a stop sign.
Okay.
But as it turns out, Kenneth was in much more trouble than he realized.
How's it going?
Good. What did I do wrong?
Good. So the reason I stopped you, you didn't come to complete the stop sign,
I did.
and then you didn't have your turn signal on.
I sure did.
Okay.
I know for a fact I had my turn signal on.
Okay.
That's why I was surprised you were pulling me over, but whatever.
The officer then took his license and ran it through the system, where he would discover Kenneth had a warrant out for burglary and theft of a vehicle. All of a sudden, Kenneth becomes defensive and refuses to exit the vehicle.
Can I get you to step out of the vehicle with me?
What are you doing? No. What's going on? Seriously, what's going on?
You have
got
a
a
warrant.
warrant.
for
How
your arrest.
do I have a warrant?
I don't know how you have a warrant, but it's on our system right now. You have an active warrant out of 7th District Court here in San Juan.
I've gone to, no, that's incorrect. Because I've gone
well,
to
it's on
court.
our system right now.
Well, you
I'm not going to argue with you about it. You're going to go to jail tonight on that warrant, okay?
No, I'm not.
Yes,
Dude,
you
this is
Mr.
absurd.
Adams, you do have an active warrant for your arrest.
And, who issued the warrant, though?
The courts
The
have
court.
issued.
For what, though? Because I've gone to court for everything. There should not be an active warrant for me anywhere, dude.
Kenneth claims that he's already been to court for his previous crimes, but the
Hey,
warrant
consistency, you
still
got a
calls
warrant.
for his arrest. For the majority of smaller cases, the suspect is tasked with turning in the documents that prove that they've been to court and completing any classes they were made to attend by the judge. Without those documents, the court cannot confirm they attended anything. So when Kenneth forgot to turn his in, the warrant remained open, and the police
on,
had no
Kenny.
way to tell that he had in fact been to court.
Issued October 13th.
For what?
It has some felony charges, burglary charges.
Dude, I've been to
Felony.
court for that. No, I've been to court for that.
You want to know the charges?
Yeah, I do.
So it has 2 burglary charges listed, a theft charge, mischief,
That's on my old case.
3 charges of burglary of a vehicle, and
Yeah.
criminal trespass.
Yeah, why is that floating up now?
Kenneth was taken away to the station, but this is when his father, Bruce
Okay.
Adams, turned up, who
You know
turned
what?
out to be the county commissioner for the
maybe Kenneth not lying. Maybe just Kenneth forgot to turn in some
Local
paper, 'cause he
area.
got in the car
How
quick,
convenient
you know
for
what I'm saying?
Kenneth.
Swell.
Immediately after arriving at the scene, Bruce demanded to know what was going on and quickly started to show signs of corruption.
Where's Kenneth?
He's in jail. They took him.
You already took him to jail?
They took him to jail, and I stayed here with the car.
Why?
For a warrant.
Who do I call to find out?
To find out the warrant?
You're a police officer. Tell me who I call to find out why he's in jail.
I gotta be careful with this stuff, Bruce. You understand that? Okay. That's the warrant. Okay, so it says warrant status active, offense burglary, burglary, theft, criminal mischief, burglary of a vehicle, burglary of a vehicle, burglary
He's
of a
already
vehicle.
been to court over that.
It's you saw the warrant right there. I showed you the warrant.
He's been charged with that, and he has a plea in abeyance on all of it.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to turn him loose.
I can't turn him loose,
Can't
Bruce.
do that, Bruce.
Who can?
Nobody can. He's been arrested for a warrant. The courts can.
And the
Bruce is
warrant's
on some-
false.
hey,
Huh?
Bruce is on
The
some
warrant's
big
not
stuff.
false.
You want me to sue the son of a county sheriff because he arrested my kid on a false warrant?
The warrant's right there.
Bruce is obviously trying to abuse his position and influence the commissioner to try and save his son from the law. But luckily, this officer stands his ground and
Got to.
refuses to cave in. Eventually,
Good job.
though, Kenneth was released from jail, the warrant was withdrawn, and no further action was taken against Bruce.
Bruce
But the
is
officers that arrested
good.
this law student weren't as lucky.
Oh, he's a law student.
Marion Humphrey Jr., son of retired county judge Marion Humphrey Sr., was pulled over after an officer allegedly witnessed him driving dangerously. Footage shows him swerving slightly after missing his exit. Marion is lit up by the officer and
It's
pulled
okay.
over.
It happens.
He's then
Sometimes
told
you
the
miss an
officer
exit.
witnessed him nearly wreck his car and is suspected of dangerous driving.
When did you rent the car? Yesterday. You gotta take
I mean, it's a U-Haul, bro. Like, look at it. Them Jones ain't easy to drive. They not easy, bro. They tripping.
Yeah, you're super nervous. So I'm trying to figure out why you're so nervous.
Being a law student, Marion asks if the officer has probable cause for pulling him over. The officer struggles to give a good answer before claiming Marion seems super nervous. First of all, being nervous isn't a crime,
No, it's
and
not.
isn't evidence towards a crime either. And secondly, Marion actually carries himself incredibly well in this situation. He complies with the officer's requests, asks why he's being pulled over, and
job,
why he's
Marion.
being held. He even calls his dad to listen in on the entire arrest, something the officer clearly didn't like, as he then asks to search Marion's U-Haul.
If I bring a dog, is it gonna hurt anything? No, it's not gonna hurt anything.
Come on, man. He's just trying to move his stuff.
We just don't want to get shot. Yeah, that's all, and I'm sorry about that. It happens. I know it happens. Honestly, you can.
Good job, Mary. Yeah, he's talking that shit.
Because I don't think that's fair to me as a citizen, as someone who, if the only thing I did was kind of like I did not almost wreck my car. If you don't want to bring a dog, just let me look in here real quick. I'll get you down the road. I don't have to bring a dog. I just think that's so invasive of my rights, but you can live in here if you like to.
Marion does an extremely good job of eloquently showing how terrifying it can be to be stopped by the police while maintaining a calm and respectful
Good
tone
job,
with the
Marion.
officer the whole time.
Mommy.
But regardless, Marion is placed in handcuffs for over an hour while the cops search his vehicle with a dog. According to the officer, the dog smelled narcotics and alerted the officers before even entering the U-Haul.
That's a lie.
on narcotics in the
That is
vehicle.
a bold-faced
Detained him,
lie.
and he's in my back car while I searched the vehicle. No, but he almost did, so that's probably what I'm saying. Daddy, he's arresting me. He's arresting me. Give me your other hand. He's arresting me, Dad. There's nothing in that vehicle. I promise you. Okay, go ahead.
You
I didn't
arrested
do
him.
anything.
Ain't nothing in it.
Predictably, the cops find nothing in the vehicle. Marion has since opened up a lawsuit against the officers, claiming they violated his 4th and 14th Amendment rights. As of this video's up.
Hey, man, if you liked the video, go ahead and like, drop a comment, subscribe, hit the bell, scroll up here, all to get notified every single time I upload, man. Hey, man, look, they arrested bro. They put him in handcuffs. No, didn't find nothing. They messed up his rights, bro. Hey, he got a case open on him. You know what I'm saying? How a dog smell something and then you get in and start looking, you don't find nothing? That don't make no sense, bro. Hey, but remember, with everything you do, keep God first.